Hey, church, I hope you survived this week. My back's sore. I can tell you from all the snow we've been pushing around. Listen, if you didn't get to make it in Sunday, we started a brand new series called Marked by Grace. It's on Luke chapter 15, and there's three great parables in there: the parable of the lost sheep, the parable of the lost coin, and then the all-timer, the parable of the lost son, which is the prodigal son story, which we're going to be diving into this week and working on for 6 weeks. Last week, I looked at the parable of the lost sheep. And in that story, there was just two main themes that are so important to what it means to follow Christ and what it means really to be a Christian, actually. And the first one has to do with the idea of original sin. Unless we can kind of get our hands wrapped around the idea how lost we are, and that's why the metaphor of the sheep is so good, because sheep don't just get lost, sheep need to be rescued. And so the metaphor of that sheep is you and I. And that's the fact that we need to be rescued. We are so hopelessly lost in sin. And you know, that's one of the hardest things for the world to actually get a hold of, is that idea that they're lost and they can't save themselves. But it's fundamental to the Christian faith. And what's beautiful about the Christian message ultimately is not that just we're lost, not that we just can't save ourselves and rescue ourselves, is that our God rescued us. And that Jesus became like us, and then he went through everything we've gone through without sinning. And not only did he go through it, he suffered greatly through it. So there's always a sub-message running behind the gospel, which is when you're going through hard times, just remember the Son of God went through more than we ever will to do what? To save you and I because of the trouble we got into. So as we go forward in this message in the coming weeks, I hope that you are excited about hearing about this awesome grace that God has for us, and remembering that because of this grace and because of what Jesus Christ has done for us, we share a common denominator in our community of faith here at Sierra Community, where when you bring people in from the outside who've never heard the message before, they should meet a group of people that are so grateful, so humble, so excited about what God has done for them in their life, that it's infectious, that people can't miss it. So my hope is that that's what you're going to learn over these next 6 weeks, and that you're going to be excited about being part of a family of faith here, where we come as we are, honestly, who we are, literally talking, confessing our lives to one another in such a way that the world can't help but take notice. I don't want you to miss that. Hope to see you this Sunday. God bless.